Hi everybody, welcome to another quick episode of Explorations. Here today I am de-winterizing my bike. It is now springtime. I'm feeling really behind on getting my machine. My beautiful Suzuki Bandit 600 is what we have here. Feeling a little bit sorry. She's a little bit behind on being ramped up for the riding season. But all that to say, I have winterized it previously in November. So what I did was pour a fuel stabilizer in here into the tank. Very straightforward. Let it run for about 10 minutes so that the fuel stabilizer would also get into the engine block. And then all I did was pull out the battery and then put on a trickle charge, and that's kind of what I do for winterizing. I know some of my friends don't. What they do is start it every month over the course of the winter. And then for the tires, I put it on the center stand, and then the front tire, put it on a block of wood to try and lift it off the ground. But it is within an enclosed area, and I also have a motorcycle cover for it. Anyways, and so I will be putting in the battery, pumping up the tires. I've already cleaned the chain before the season ended, so I know it's already been cleaned and lubed, but I'll probably check that again anyway. Yeah, so it's going to be a quick rundown of a how-to of getting the bike back on the road. Very good. Wheels are probably low in pressure. I keep a spare screwdriver in here, small little one, small little guy. Opening up the, I guess the battery cover, so to speak. Alright, there we go. I've got my battery, positive to positive, negative to negative. Always super important to double check those. These extra wires are actually for my heated grips. All right. I'm actually more nervous than I thought I'd be about this. I don't know, every time I start the bike again after the winter, it's always just like a ooh kind of feeling. I had winterized this bike, essentially meaning I had poured in some fuel stabilizer into the tank here over the winter time, let it run for about 10 minutes so that it actually gets into the engine, and I took out the battery, pretty simple, and then just put it on trickle charge over the course of the winter. So this is my first time starting this since November or so, and now it's just turned May. So I am actually quite nervous. It's always nerve-wracking. Okay, it's a carbureted engine, so it chokes open. Battery's going. It would take some time for the gas to get in there. Come on, baby. Oh, probably just flooded it. There we go. Oh, come on, let it run, let it run. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, there it is, there it is. Yep, baby. Oh, and it just, yeah, gas in there now. was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Oh, well, there you go. What I'm looking for is actually how much white condensation is coming out, because generally over the course of the wintertime, condensation can build up and there's water in the tank and whatever, and then you'll see a whole bunch of white smoke, which is just steam coming out of the engine. Yeah, but this is great. I'm gonna let this run for a little bit. I'm gonna go get my tire pumps and pump up the tires. I know I did the chain before I winterized it as well. So there we go. Let this run for a bit. Okay, totally forgot about this very important piece. It's essentially a cigarette lighter, let's say, and it attaches to my battery so that it can get power, and that's how I actually charge all my devices. So I put a USB plug in there afterward and then ride with it. So pretty straightforward. And I'll be using this to also pump up my tires. So now what I'm going to do is pump up the tires. I've got the battery in. I've got my power charger here, which is attached to the battery. So I have a very simple pump. I don't even, from Canadian Tires, certified. It was like 40 bucks, something like that. Anyway, so just gotta make sure my tires are on point. All right, let me also run the engine a little bit more. What I've also started doing is actually adding this piece to it for a more accurate PSI gauge, because when the rubber hits the road, it's going to be very important that you have really good contact, and being within the manufacturer's specs is always what you're looking for. I always get made fun of by my partner saying I'm just obsessed with tire pressure, but when things contact the road in crappy weather, that is what's going to be saving you. All right. So for the Suzuki Bandit 600, the tire pressure, you'll find it on the swing arm at the back, 33 for the front, 36 for the rear. The exhaust pipe might be a little hot. Trying to, let me just do the front first. It'll be easier. Okay. Oh wow, not bad at all. I was already at 30. There we go, 33. That was it. Beautiful, it didn't even really leak anything. Half turn on the entire thing. Gotta love the smell of gasoline exhaust fumes. Go. All right, this is a little low. This one's down at 30. Just a little bit more wouldn't hurt. I'm just gonna do a double check. Yeah, we're good. Is voila. Let me just, it is an alleyway, so oh, Something's going on. There we go. Higher revs still need a little bit of a... Oh, and there we are. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is put on my helmet and go for a rip and make it go through a few of the gears. Call it a day.